Today's program is sponsored by The Anthony Vincent Salon. Say hello to beautiful.
You're listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, health, wellness, and sex.
Mostly sex.
Learn and laugh with us anytime, any place. Go right to our website, anthonyvincentsalon.com. Click away and listen today.
You'll be glad you did.
Of course you'll be glad.
Elise, do we have a great show for you today?
Did I expect anything less than that?
Nothing less than a great show. Sperm.
Sperm?
Sperm.
Sperm.
That's what we're going to talk about.
You know, I'm curious, Anthony. You seem to have some serious issues with sperm. We talk about sperm more than
Ever since I was a teenager. Ever since I was a teenager.
Okay. All right. What about sperm?
Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit later on.
Oh.
But first, we're going to talk about, after a long day, you go home. What do you usually do after work?
After work, I go home. I sometimes make dinner. I sometimes bring dinner in. I sometimes heat up dinner. I don't know. Maybe do some laundry, relax a little.
See? You got it all wrong.
I do.
Yes, you do.
Of course I do. You were always telling me that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the right way? What do you do?
Well, this is what I do. After a long day at the office, dealing with all of those beautiful women.
Okay.
What I do is I walk through the door and I reach for a hug instead of the remote control on the TV or my dinner plate.
Oh, no, wait a second here. I always get a hug when I walk in the door.
Do you give a hug or get a hug?
I give a hug.
You give
and
a
I
hug.
get one in return.
Wonderful. Do you realize that you get the same relaxation, from 5 minutes of greeting your family as you would 2 hours of TV?
I don't ever watch 2 hours of TV. I don't have time for 2 hours of TV.
That's right, because you're doing laundry, you're doing dinner, you're doing...
Well, beyond that, I'm also talking with my family, and besides talking, I read a lot. So I do other things. I don't really spend a lot of time watching television.
So the reading is what you do for relaxation.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, well that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Greeting your family with a hug, telling them you love them, and so greeting, as I said,
and I ask
your
about their day.
Wonderful. This is worth 2 hours of reading, TV, and definitely laundry.
Perfect.
Yep. At least says Amit Snood.
What?
Amit Snood. He's the author of that Mayo Clinic guide.
Amit Snood?
Amit Snood.
Did you make that up?
I did not.
I think you made that up.
Or is it pronounced Amit?
I
want Amit Snood. He is the author of the Mayo Clinic Guide to Stress-Free Living.
Okay.
See?
I need some stress-free living right now, so that's pretty cool.
That's why we're talking about it.
Okay.
Now, the key is to train your brain so that you're mentally present.
I like that. Train your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, always live in the now.
Always.
It's like The Power of Now. By that, I don't know. Did you ever hear that book by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now?
Oh yeah, I have the book.
Okay. Did you read it?
No.
Okay. I actually did read that book. It's quite amazing, and it's about living in the now and being present now, because there's nothing you can do about 2 minutes ago, and you certainly don't know what's going to happen in 2 minutes, although we do. Yes. But today we know. But for the most part, if you live in the now, that's where your power is.
Yes. Now, what about the weekends?
What about them? I'm with you most of the weekends. Saturdays we're in the salon. Sundays we're doing events. So what do you think?
And Mondays, which is our weekend.
Yeah. So basically,
we're doing radio show.
We do a lot of
research
stuff
here.
Okay. So, our weekends are like during the week, and, also not necessarily relaxation, but, getting things done, banking, shopping, good things, bad things, fun things, all kinds of things.
That absolutely, you're doing the right thing.
Am I?
Yes.
Oh my God, thanks.
You're splitting your time into activity blocks.
Of course.
Like all of those things.
I compartmentalize everything. You know that.
Yes, that's what I do.
I know what you do. You know what I do. Come on, we know these things. Always. Yeah. Because you are like the most amazing person I know. So yeah, I want to copy everything you do.
Yeah, I am pretty amazing. Well, driving into something that you enjoy that lets your brain rest. And if you enjoy your shopping, you enjoy your reading.
Oh, and movies.
I love just getting into movies. Just getting into movies.
I love movies.
The last movie I saw, I think, was The Titanic. And the one that was the last movie I saw. And that movie brought me back. And the movie I saw before that was Chucky.
Chucky. What a funny, crazy, scary, silly movie. Yeah, Chucky. I haven't heard that in a long time.
Yeah.
I was a little girl when Chucky came out.
Yeah. Well, these switching activities that you are actually doing really keeps you engaged.
I am engaged. Always.
Again, to be.
You're so funny.
Hey.
What?
There's a new product out.
Oh, really? Do tell.
Yeah, it's called Poo-Pourri.
Oh no! Stop it already. Okay, I can't even take you anymore. You've got like poo on the brain.
That's right. Our last show was about.
You just talk about the poop thing all the time.
Well,
He's such a guy. It's like pooping and farting and smelly things, and it makes him laugh.
Funny farts are funny. I told you that.
You think farts are funny.
Everybody thinks farts are funny.
I don't. All right. What is Poo-Pourri?
Okay, Poo-Pourri. Well, that's I saw this online infomercial, and what it said was...
You actually took the time to watch an infomercial about poop?
It came across. I didn't look for it. I don't know how the hell I got it.
I don't believe you. I think you did look for it.
Well, I was researching, for that.
You were researching for poo. Okay,
yeah,
I got it.
The last show we had was all about the different colors and healthy poos and not so healthy poos.
Yeah, okay. So Poo-Pourri.
So I came across this new product called Poo-Pourri, and their tagline is like, our business is to make it smell like your business never happened. Isn't that great?
That is great.
Yeah, it's Poo-Pourri.
I love it.
$10.
You know what? You should invest in some of that.
Well, I actually think we have some at the salon.
You seem to think farts are funny, but have you been like a victim?
Well, every time I got to walk past the public restroom and that...
oh, that's funny.
And I think I told you every time I go into a public restroom,
every time. There's always an old man in there
just stinking the whole place up.
away. Yeah, I know.
But anyway, it's $10 at poopourri.com.
Very funny.
Now, what it does...
It neutralizes the zone.
Yes, is it promises to achieve the pleasant smell by covering the surface of the toilet water before you go.
Oh.
It covers the surface of the toilet water.
So you put a few drops in and then you go to the bathroom?
Yes, a few drops. This is actually, it's a spritz.
A few drops will do you. Okay, yeah. A little spritz will do you?
A little spritz. It's actually an essential oil.
Oh.
And
I don't know.
We use those essential oils in our pedicure baths.
Yeah, I know,
and
but I'm a little skeptical.
No.
I think we need to buy some Poo-Pourri.
Let's give it a try.
I think we're going to have to do this.
Essential oils are...
All right, what's that website again? Because I want to do it.
Poopourri.com.
Oh, okay. And let me
Cost you $10.
How do you spell it? Is it... Okay. All right, so it's literally... This is so cute. POO-POURRI. All right, $10. We're getting some Poo-Pourri.
That's right. The essential oils are lighter than the water, so
they float.
The surface. It's called surface tension. It causes a small amount to spread out and trap the odors.
That is hilarious.
It is, unless you have a floater. And then work the clutch.
Ay. Well, on that note, are we done with the pooing right now?
Yes. Now, your favorite salon is now your favorite radio show.
We make you healthier, wealthier, and sexier every time you listen.
Tune in to us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we are Trend Radio. Now, what do you got? Because I need to know what you got here, because I'm getting a little crazy with your pooing.
Okay, so... The next best thing to talking about that is talking about couples that are having trouble conceiving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know we've talked about that.
Of course we have, and we have our beautiful specialists.
Yes,
Dr. Deb and Dr. Serena, who can help anybody with that.
Yeah, and if you remember back, at least a third of the time, the guy's sperm is at fault.
Yeah, that is true. So that's what you meant when we were talking about sperm today?
Yeah.
Whose fault it is?
It's always the guy's fault. You know that. At least according to the National Institute of Health.
Okay.
And did you know that sperm quality peaks in winter and early spring?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know it either.
I did not know that.
But in my travels, an Israeli study found that the sperm peaks in the winter and the early spring. I guess because it's cool.
You know what's so interesting? That's so interesting because you know how every time there's a really, really, really horrible like winter bad storm, and then 9 months later, 10 months later, a bunch of babies are born, and they always say, I guess that's why.
Well, I guess because the snowstorm and low stressed weekends are really give you the best chance of success.
And it's winter and it's cool and it's wow, makes sense.
Yeah, this you're gonna love this name. It's Ashok Agrawal. He's a PhD. He's head of reproductive medicine.
I love that name. Say that again, though. I like you saying it. You should see what your face does when you say it.
Ashok Agrawal, MD, head of reproductive medicine at Cleveland Clinic.
Do you know what I think we need to do? We need to film you saying his name for YouTube because that was just a great face.
We should film me all the time.
Oh, we're back to it being all about you again, huh?
Well,
I think you should have your co-host with you when we film.
Of course, when I say me, I mean us.
Always. I forget that sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. When he says it's all about me, he really means it's all about us.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
if you believe that.
And when I say I'm doing something,
we're doing something. I know.
You're usually doing it.
I know. I'm really usually actually doing it. I know. Yeah. I'm going to fix this right now. And that means Elise is fixing this right now.
So, do you know how many sperm are in a typical ejaculation?
I do not know, but I do know this. I do know that sperm travels at 27 miles per hour.
Yes, it does.
I know that.
And each ejaculation contains 15 to 150 million sperm.
Wow, they're little suckers now, aren't they? That's pretty great.
Agrawal says that that Harvard researchers found that men who worked out the most had a 33% higher sperm count.
Oh, lucky you. Lucky you. You're the perfect specimen then to make babies.
Yeah.
Except for the brain area and the mindset. No, I'm kidding with you. I think you have a fabulous brain and a fabulous mindset.
I love my brain. It's my second favorite organ.
I know. I love your brain too. It's also my second favorite organ.
Well, success depends on, as far as sperm goes, success depends on their
Don't you think we should tell them what the first favorite organ is? Because people are going to think really weird things about us if we don't tell them what the first favorite organ is.
You let them think anything they want.
All right, you sure you don't want me to tell them that what the first one is?
It's all right ahead.
Okay, it's your heart because it's big and sweet.
You just ruined my whole persona.
You know what?
People
all
are
right,
gonna think
I take it back.
Okay.
All right, it's gone. Forget it. I was lying.
Do you know what my biggest organ is?
I don't want to have this conversation anymore. Let me off.
Stop the world.
Stop. I'm done. All right, let's get back to the sperm.
Oh, no.
No.
My biggest organ is also your biggest organ.
Okay, what is it?
Your skin.
Oh, yeah.
What were you thinking?
Stop that.
You have a dirty mind.
I do not.
You have a dirty mind. I'm telling you,
not.
just because this show is mostly about sex doesn't mean your mind has to be in the gutter.
And my mind was not in the gutter, mister.
Good thing. All right. So what were we talking about?
Sperm.
And oh, that's right. And the speed, 27 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Faster than, when you're at when you're at what you call it, a school. Mm-hmm. That's 25 miles an hour. But, sperm travels faster than that.
All those kids are in that school because of the sperm traveling 27 miles an hour. So
that is true.
So you can only drive by 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, that is true. That's pretty fast if you think about it, though.
So anyway, if you want to help them sperm out.
I do.
Especially if you want to have a baby.
I don't want to have any more babies.
Oh, I was talking about the vernacular you.
I know.
And
Well, what do you do to help those sperm out?
you put down your smartphone.
Okay. And why
Yep.
is that?
Well, in a Cleveland Clinic study, men who use their phones more often had decreased sperm mobility. And that-
Okay, so what about if you work out a lot, but you still use your phone a lot?
Well-
What if you use your phone while you work out? You're screwed, huh?
oh, wow. It's counterproductive.
Ay, 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 ay. All right, no kids for you. Okay.
I got enough of them.
I
I've got-
forgot about those illegitimate ones.
I got 6 of them.
Yeah, from 5 different women. I know. We all know the story. We put it on the website recently.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so people should know this.
Well, that phone has electromagnetic waves, and it really does affect your sperm.
Okay, and so what would help? Because let's just say your business is on your phone.
Eating right, exercise, building up that testosterone.
Okay, but you said putting your smartphone down. What if your business is on your phone? So how can you get around that?
Well, then you can't.
Okay. So what? You have no kids?
Well, some people, that's what this whole article is about, having
Okay.
children. And
What
how
about
to help.
using an earpiece? Would that help?
No, I still think there's electromagnetic waves that
Okay.
surround your body.
Okay.
And the sperms are not perfectly shaped anyway. They look like tadpoles.
Oh, we're getting quite the lesson today in
Yes,
sperm.
we are. In fact, 90% of the sperm may be too deformed to even penetrate the egg. To get
Well,
pregnant.
now that's interesting. Okay. And that's from, some of these just...
That's just normal, 90, because it's only one sperm fertilizing one egg.
I know what it is.
Oh, you know that?
Yeah, that
that's
I did know.
That's right. You're a girl. You know everything.
I don't claim to know everything, but I know a lot about a lot.
Yes, you do. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you hit the gym. You want to burn the fat, boost the testosterone, and you also want to consume foods that are rich in that antioxidant that we always talk about,
Absolutely.
lycopene.
Yeah. That would be, but this is all really honestly, aside from anything, it's pretty much common knowledge. If you want to do well, you're going to eat well and take care of yourself. Of course, you're going to hit a bump along the road or a lump here and there, but you definitely want to take care of yourself and do the best that you can for yourself.
That's right.
So why don't you just give our listeners some lycopene high foods?
Oh, tomatoes, tomato sauce. In fact, a quarter cup of tomato sauce has about 8,500 micrograms of lycopene in it.
So then when you're making your Sunday sauce, you want to make sure you put it away.
Sauce. You know about the Sunday sauce. I love Sunday sauce.
Well, I'm part Italian.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Mhm.
So when you're making your Sunday sauce, make sure you put it in your little containers so that you have that. You want to make sure that you keep high in lycopene.
That's right. And, you do want to keep those sperm alive as long as you can. And did you know that your choice of lube really matters?
Your choice of lube.
If you use a lube,
Oh, okay.
some people need it. Some people need it. I don't know. But I see it on
Why
TV
does it
all the
matter?
time. Well, I'll tell you why it matters. Because lubes contain chemicals that are acidic or alkaline enough to poison the sperm.
Okay, so let me ask you a question because, I've been a lot of stuff has been coming up about acidity and alkaline for me lately.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious about that.
Yeah, it depends on the lube, either acidic or alkaline.
Wow.
So,
Okay, so tell me all about it.
Some brands can wipe out about 72% of your guys, in 30 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But more about that when we come back. Don't go away. A word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back.
Cool.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, extensions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
And now for the fun facts on finance
From a feminine point of view, our very own Dina Cobran.
of DC Alexander Wealth Management.
Good morning, Dina.
Good morning, Elise.
So, Dina, let's talk about something that riles you up a bit. Let's talk about high school.
High school. Well, we weren't going to talk about high school, were we? That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Megan brought up something else. She's
Scary
actually,
topic.
she said, oh, I wish they taught this stuff in high school.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. See that? It's all about high school right now. It's amazing to me that they actually don't teach anything really financial in high school.
Well, that is a huge, huge pet peeve of mine. And that is something that just drives me crazy because kids come out of high school, including me. I mean, I
too.
took, in high school, I took economics, business law, 2 years of accounting, and steno. What else did they offer? I took every business that they could offer, and I still came out not knowing the things that people need to know when it comes to real life finances. It drives me crazy.
And I can understand why that drives you crazy. They teach you so many things, honestly, that you actually don't need. And then for your life, this is important. This is something that's important to learn for your life.
Not a dress rehearsal, right?
There is no dress rehearsal with life.
Exactly. So we have to learn how to balance our checkbook. We need to learn the basics of investing, of saving, of future. I mean, people should be learning what I'm teaching right now on the air. They shouldn't be waiting till they're 40 and 50 and then learning about it.
And that happens a lot.
Oh, absolutely. I
And
mean,
it's right there. It's right there. Unless you actually
Exactly.
take these classes in college, you don't know it.
right. And even if you take them in college, they're still not teaching real life examples. I mean, I think that they should give, in high school, they should give you
Something-
projects.
Yes, I agree with you.
Projects like, learning how to live your life as a couple, or maybe learning how to buy a car, or learning how to stay out of debt, or how much should you save for your
You know,
your
it's so
future.
interesting. They actually have in some of the classes, they have, build a diorama of a business that you would like to run or own and figure out what your costs would be. But
Right.
you're building it in a shoebox, and then they're not really telling you anything.
Right.
And then you get graded on how neat it is.
Oh, or how about taking care of a baby?
Oh, yeah.
Right? The baby, you could take this baby home and it cries in the middle of the night and you need to wake up and
Yes. And they give you
Feed
a
it.
robot baby that, breaks. But besides that, how much money it's going to cost for the baby,
Right.
too. I mean, formula is a fortune.
right, exactly.
People don't really realize that, I mean, it's amazing. They really should teach you life lessons
Right.
in high school and even in college. They
Well,
really should.
That is part of my journey, to be honest with you.
And that's where you come in. Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm going to get out there and really spend time educating. I mean, now I'm working in the schools and I'm trying to educate educators. And, you would think those people are the ones that should know this stuff,
Absolutely. I agree with you.
but they don't. I mean, they haven't even had it in their own education. And so when I go into the schools thinking, oh, great, they're teachers, they're going to want to learn about how to handle their own finances. And I get these blank stares and I get absolutely blown away.
See, that's amazing because, okay, so they're the ones actually teaching the kids how to do this, and they don't do this themselves, and they don't know this.
This is a problem with the society that we live
Wow.
in. Okay. Sorry, New Jersey, but we have a lot of learning to do, and we really need to figure out from what point do we teach these children. And I think as early as we can. I mean, obviously, think about this. As an adult, how do you teach your children about finance if you don't even know yourself about finances? Right?
I don't know how you would do that.
So we have to get into the schools at a very early age and start educating the kids. And I think it's going to be financial advisors doing it because the teachers aren't getting enough education themselves.
You know what would be amazing if there was, I know this sounds crazy, but if there was an app for that, a financial lesson, let's just say, and an app, because so many little kids now, it's amazing.
Yeah.
They're on computers, they're on their iPads, they're on, their Galaxies, they're on all of their little tablets, and they're playing games.
I love that idea. I think
that would be amazing if there was an app for that, a financial app.
But it has to be fun, because otherwise they're not going to enjoy it.
That's where it comes in, Dina. Fun with finance. That's
right.
what you're doing.
Well, I've been thinking about writing some ebooks on, educating America and getting America educated on financial matters. And so that's a start.
I think you should. And you know what? Create an app.
I'm going to create an app, and then we're going to do it through Mom's Money Matters and sell
That's
it through
awesome.
that.
I
That sounds
think
like a
that'd
good
be
idea.
great.
So we're going to work on getting America educated, and stay tuned for that. And definitely give me a call if you want to get yourself educated.
Give your number.
It's 609-945-7330. And check out my website. There's a lot of great videos and tips and everything. And it's dc-alexander.com.
Definitely do it. You'll be glad you did.
You will.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Next Financial Group Incorporated, member FINRA/SIPC. DC Alexander Wealth Management is not an affiliate of Next Financial Group Incorporated. 2346 Route 33, Suite 307, Robbinsville, New Jersey 08691. Phone number 609-945-7330.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got flat hair? Want to blow it up? Squeeze and tease. You're volumized. Now it's supersized. Say hello to beautiful.
Want your beauty question answered on the air? Email us now from anthonyvincentsalon.com. Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did.
And we're back.
Are we?
Of course.
Cool.
Hey, just a little information. Did you know that 48% of divorced people report faking an orgasm?
Only divorced ones report faking it?
Well, yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a question, though. 48% of divorced people or women? I can understand a woman faking an orgasm, but I just, the man, it just...
I used to fake all the time.
How?
You're just kind of like, oh, no, I can't fake an orgasm on.
No,
It would be a Harry Met Sally thing.
But, all right. You got a pretty dumb girl then.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Any listeners out there ever fake an orgasm?
I mean, women I know have. I mean, but...
You know women who have?
Oh, I do.
Tell us about it.
I don't really want to.
Well, don't mention any names.
I don't really think... All right. Not that this is any of your business or anybody else's.
Oh,
but
it is
here's
my business.
I know. I forgot everything is his business.
Anthony freaking
It's all
Vincent
about
here.
Mr. Vincent.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so anyway, I used to have this friend. I don't have her anymore. But I mean, she's still with us, but not with me. But anyway, aside from that, I used to have this friend, and she used to, I want to just say, I'm going to be very nice when I say this, date a lot. Okay? She had quite a number of dates. And unfortunately, she was also married, and she dated a lot too, with her being married. Anyway, she would go out on these little adventures, as she would call them, with these men, and they would give her gifts, and she would have sex with them. And she faked an orgasm all the time. And I said to her, I don't understand how you do that and how you get away with it. And she said, honestly, I don't think they really care, And quite frankly, I just want the gift. I said, oh, okay. And I thought that was just very sad. But aside from that, that's what she used to do. She said they didn't really care, I mean, as long as she was loud and moving around, I guess it didn't matter.
Well, I guess the fake orgasm is better than the tap on the head.
Or how about just laying there saying beige? I think I'll paint the ceiling beige. I guess that would be pretty bad too. So I guess she was reacting,
I guess.
And I guess they were fine with that. They still gave her gifts. Wait, you got nothing?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I got nothing
All
for
right.
that.
Well, you asked. I told.
Yes, that's what this show is all about.
You know this girl too.
All righty.
You should have seen how cute his face just was. He lit up. He's like, who? He knows I'm not going to tell him right now. But you want me to tell you later?
No, I don't need to know that.
You don't want to know?
No, too am I.
He's nodding, by the way. He wants to know.
Did you know that the average guy only changes his sheets like 4 times a year?
The average guy only changes his sheets? What about the more than average guy.
every other day.
Okay.
Or if he's really above average, every morning.
Oh, well, every morning is just silly.
That wasn't
But-
what I was talking about.
Changing the sheets?
Never mind.
Did it go over my head?
Yes, I'll explain to you later.
Oh, thank you. Dwayne, why are you laughing?
Because Dwayne gets it. It must be a guy thing, right, Dwayne?
I got it.
It is a guy thing.
I got it. Come on.
Now, 65% of women say that they would that they're more likely to have sex with their partner if the sheets were clean. Come on, guys. Dirty sheets?
I don't even know what to say about that.
Well, I got to tell you a story. This is a true story. When I was a young man, I believe I was still in high school, there was a, let's say, a more mature woman in the neighborhood, and she lured me in. And I
Of
went,
course she did.
Yes. And,
Because everybody wants a piece of Anthony.
and I got into the bed, and there were like crumbs in the bed.
Maybe she was hungry and she needed a cracker.
Well, and I was uncomfortable, because, at that
Well,
time.
because she was older or because there were crumbs in the bed?
Well, because she was older, I was uncomfortable anyway. And then the crumbs in the bed, and I'm looking around, and, I'm looking at the dust, and I'm thinking, this
is freaking me out.
Yeah. So,
So what did you do?
I left.
Did you really?
I really did.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Good
Yeah,
for you.
yeah,
How
yeah.
old were you?
Well, I was driving, so I was probably 17.
Okay. Smart 17-year-old.
Yeah.
How old was she?
Probably in her 30s.
Dumb. Dumb. If you were only 17 and she was in her 30s, that is still quite dumb
For her or for me?
for her.
Well, it wasn't a big deal back then.
It was always a big deal. You just didn't hear about it.
Okay.
It's always been a big deal.
I may-
Statutory rape is a very big
I
deal.
may have been 18.
All right. Well, if you were
remember.
18, then I guess it's
I
fine.
didn't stick around very long.
The crumbs gotcha.
Yeah, well, I told you the story. The girl that I was dating, who was actually a really, really nice girl, and at about the third date, she invited me in the house.
Oh, you told me about this. Yeah.
And I was, she was finishing getting ready, and I was sitting down in the living room, and I was looking on the coffee table, and I wrote my name in the dust, which I thought was
You thought it was funny?
Yeah. And then I kind of looked at the lamp, and there was a cobweb that went from the top of the lamp to the top of the ceiling.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Where was the spider?
I didn't see the spider. It was just this like cobweb.
This dusty.
Then I went, oh. So then I went into the kitchen to, get a drink of
So
water.
you're walking around the.
I'm checking the house
checking
out
it.
now at this point. The dishes were piled in the sink.
Yeah.
Piled up. There wasn't
Now
a
let
clean
me ask
glass.
you something. Where she was still upstairs?
She was in her room getting ready, whatever she was doing.
Okay. And did you run out?
Not at this point. I started snooping around the house because now I'm getting a little grossed out, especially when I saw them dirty dishes. Then I went into the refrigerator, and I opened the refrigerator. There was a bowl of spaghetti in there with no cover on it. It was all crusted over.
Oh.
There were ketchup stains. This is really true. I remember this like it was yesterday.
Really?
Ketchup stains on the door of the refrigerator.
There were ketchup stains on the door.
It's like who squirts ketchup on the refrigerator door?
I'm trying to understand that. I guess a child could.
was-
Did she have a child?
The child was like
She had a child?
16 or 17 or 18. I mean,
So she had a child,
Yes, but
an
not a
older
baby,
child.
an older
okay, because I
child.
could see like a 6-year-old, saying, "Look, Mom, I'm making a face in the door." You know what I mean? Like, but you know how you make little smiley faces with your food?
I do.
I know.
Yes, I was making smiley faces and initials in the dust on the coffee table.
Okay, but so she did have a child. All right.
Yeah, and then of course I went into the bathroom. And
Then you left.
Yeah. Bathroom
You left
was
after the
filthy.
bathroom.
Hair all over the counter, makeup all over the place, and her hairbrush was loaded with hair, and that was.
She must have had a lot of hair, huh?
That was the last I saw her. True story.
I believe you.
So anyway,
I remember that.
Guys, clean your damn house, and 65% of the time, she's more likely to have sex with you if your house and your sheets are clean.
Because really, guys, it's all about that sex, right? I mean, obviously that's what you're saying.
Well, you know, when you know.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what else you got, stud?
Well, if you want to get the girls, if you guys want to get the girls to your place, I think what you got to do is just play a numbers game.
A numbers game.
Yeah, I was reading an article about giving every girl your number.
Okay, why would you do that?
Because it's a numbers game. One of them, you'll find your ratios.
Okay, but
One of them will call you.
you're going to give them to every girl?
Every girl you meet.
Oh, I guess I understand. So basically the appreciative ones will call. Is that what it is?
The appreciative ones.
Is that what it's about? Yeah. Oh, I
well,
appreciate that you gave me your number
That could be
since nobody else would.
Well,
so
it'll probably be the crazy ones too.
yeah, you're going to get some. I you know what, guys? I think you should just be a little bit more particular. Don't give them to every girl. Don't listen to him. Okay? Oh my.
Yeah.
A numbers game.
That's what this article said. And it was a guy, if you remember George Costanza.
Yes.
Okay. His approach never worked. So what he decided to do is he went up to the most beautiful girl in the diner and says, "I'm bald, I don't have a job, and I live with my mother." And the girl looked at him and said, "Hi, I'm Suzanne. Call me." He couldn't believe it. And he had a great relationship with this girl for a short time anyway.
That's a riot.
And so this whole article was about doing the exact opposite of what you normally do. So you see a pretty girl, don't even go up, make conversation. Don't buy her a drink. Go up to her and say,
Yeah.
you're compelling. Here's my number. Call me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his usual approach didn't work.
You know what? There's a 50-50 shot there.
That's right. And you're probably going to attract more crazy people than
I would
others.
think so, but hey, still.
But what are you going to do? You're just going to stop giving your number? Especially if it's...
Well, you don't have to give it to everybody, though.
What,
you
but
don't have to give it to every single person.
That's the key. What's the 3-foot rule?
I don't know, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Well, there's 2 3-foot rules.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the first one?
The first 3-foot rule is if it's 2 guys in bed with a girl, you stay 3 feet away from the other guy. Okay. 2 girls and 1 guy, that's no problem. But sometimes...
It's no problem for who?
Well, it's no problem for... I don't know. But that's the 3-foot rule. Now,
I got it.
The other 3-foot rule, the one that we follow, is that anyone who is in 3 foot of us, we give a business card.
Okay. That is true.
And we tell them that their hair looks great or that it doesn't.
Well, we don't really. We're never negative.
Never.
We just are always, we can positively, shine your life.
Absolutely. That's what we do.
Absolutely. But yeah, you're right. We do give out a lot of business cards that way.
So anyway, this guy gave his phone number to over a dozen women over the course of a few days.
And how many called him?
1.
Okay.
Yeah. And what that does, according to him, is it gives it empowers the women to make the next move.
Okay, yes, I can see that, and that can be also empowering for him. I mean, he gave out over a dozen, so
that's
12 to 15 figure he gave out, and so it's basically 1 in 12, 1 in 15 who called.
And your numbers even get greater because if you pass someone and you smile, chances are likely that they'll smile back.
Yes, that is
true.
So
your numbers get greater.
A smile is contagious.
Yes, it is. So you build up. So the shtick is kind of gimmicky, but...
It's still a shtick, but
It is a shtick, but it works.
All righty.
And how do you be cool? I haven't given my number out in years, and it's like, hello.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I give my number out to actually everybody because, I handle so much with, what we do with our business and with the bridal stuff and the salon stuff. So people are always calling me, but I don't actually walk up to men and say, here's my number, call me.
Didn't some Edie Adams cigar girl say, call me sometime? Or something like that?
I don't remember. I don't remember the Edie Adams.
No, that's right. You were just a little girl.
I know who Edie Adams is.
Yeah,
I just don't remember.
From YouTube commercials. And there's a video out that you can buy that are old commercials.
Oh, yeah. And I actually just recently got a really cute old commercial that I actually wanted to show you because I wanted to do something with it for the salon. So I actually want to tell you all about it.
Okay.
It's a little vintage, but it's really cute.
On the air, off the air.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So what else?
Oh, well, so anyway, this guy was saying that, initially it's embarrassing. And it usually is because guys are like afraid. They're afraid to approach. They're afraid of the rejection.
Well, some guys are, but I think the most important thing is that you need to display confidence. You need to be a confident person, and you're right. Confidence is absolutely sexy, and people see it automatically.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely do.
Absolutely. So, what else?
Well,
what else do they need to
so
do?
once you get over the embarrassment, I think it
But
can
why would you be
really
embarrassed?
I wouldn't be embarrassed.
Well, I
In
wasn't
fact,
saying you. I was speaking, about the vernacular you.
Well, see, I would like to try this experiment, but I'd be afraid that they would call me, and then
Okay.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Well, it depends. It depends. Well, yeah. Why don't we have somebody who's single do it?
Yes.
Why don't we do that instead of making it you?
Because it is exciting. I mean, it's even liberating, instead of feeling like a little cyber geek on these websites for dating, stuff like that. Just anybody you meet, just give them your card. Mm-hmm. When we do our bridal shows, I do give my card out to everybody, but I flirt with the grandmothers, and I figure if the grandmother and the mother like me, then I'm good. Yeah, then I'm good.
If the grandmother and the mother like you, you're good.
Yes.
Okay, you're golden.
Right. Well, even when I was dating, if I did get an opportunity to meet the
play with the mommy.
Yeah,
you like to play with the mommy.
The mommies always liked me better than the girlfriends did, anyway.
That's funny. That's really funny. All right. So, what else have you got? I mean, or is it all about men giving out their numbers to women?
Well, what that does, it reveals your character traits, boldness, willingness to take chances, and
it's all about character.
Yes, it is,
and it's important to have a good one. Yeah. Do you think you have good character?
Oh, I know that I do.
I agree.
Yeah, thank you.
I just wanted to make sure you thought so. Yes. This is a man with good character, and you know what else? He's also a character. If you're just joining us now, your favorite salon is your favorite radio show.
We make you healthier, wealthier, and sexier every time you listen.
Tune in to us.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
We are Trend Radio. And now a word from our new sponsor, Fresh Balls. Finally, the solution to a problem men have suffered for generations. Fresh Balls. It's a product designed to specifically relieve the uncomfortable feeling of sweaty balls. Fresh Balls is aluminum-free, paraben-free, talc-free. Fresh Balls will not leave a messy clump or a powdery residue on your pants. Fresh Balls should be part of your daily grooming routine every day. Call us now at 609-OU812. And we'll ship it to you direct, right from Blue Balls, Pennsylvania.
You're just too much.
All right. What else are we going to talk about here?
Well,
You want to talk about more sex or...
sex is always good to talk about.
That's all we've been talking about for the show is just sex.
That's because your mind goes there automatically. You are just dirty.
Dwayne, is it okay to talk more about sex?
He says fine.
It's okay?
If that's what you want to talk about, or we can talk about something else.
All right. You know what? Let's talk about something. Let's talk about sex, but a more serious sex.
Okay. Let's talk about serious sex.
Okay. Do you know that booze can raise your odds of contracting HPV?
Really? No, I did not know that.
Human papillomavirus.
Really?
Yep.
Well, tell me why booze can do this.
Okay. In a study.
And wait, which kind of booze? Like every booze or every kind of booze or?
Well, it's how much booze.
It's how much booze.
How much booze.
So it's all about the booze, the booze. Okay.
Yes. It's going to make sense.
All right.
Okay. This was a study in sexually transmitted infections that nearly 70% of men who exceed 2.5 drinks a day carry the human papillomavirus.
Really?
Well, think about it. They're drinking every day, so they're more often drunk. When you're drunk, you make poor decisions.
Okay.
So you probably tend to become
Sleep around a lot?
Sleep around is the word. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, just spit it out there. Put it right out there.
Yeah.
All right. So, and this is with the guys. Okay. And what about the ladies?
Same deal.
Okay.
The same deal. And the alcohol, even in moderation, now on top of drinking and being less picky
That's picky.
about what you're doing and who you're doing it with, the alcohol itself can hamper your immune system.
Oh, my.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess you're going to need to cut back on your alcohol intake there, you.
You know I don't drink anymore.
Or any less.
Thank you.
I'm kidding. He's not a drunk.
Use a condom.
Always.
Do you know that people who orgasm share more secrets after sex than the non-climaxers do, or the non?
So the ones who fake it don't get to have anything
That's right. If
substantial
you're-
afterwards?
I guess if you're faking your orgasm,
There's no sharing.
there's not as much sharing,
Well, if you think about it, if you're faking, then you're not really in tune with one another. And really, what's there to share with that? Mm-hmm. All righty.
Well, it seems like the orgasm has a release of that hormone called oxytocin.
Yeah.
So that release after...
That's a good hormone.
That is a good
There's
hormone.
bad hormoning and good hormoning.
That's right. And I know how to make a hormone.
I know you do.
Yeah. You don't pay her.
I know you don't. Okay. Back to
Oxytocin.
orgasms.
Yes.
Orgasms, oxytocin. Okay, go on.
Okay. So so after the orgasm, the oxytocin may help us read social and emotional cues and see a benefit in speaking freely.
Well, because you're not inhibited.
Right. Especially after
After an orgasm, yeah, you're not inhibited anymore, or any less. But yeah. So that's pretty awesome. So, don't fake it.
just
Yeah.
fake it till you make it.
Well, I don't know if you need to fake it at all when it comes to that.
Well,
You
your
shouldn't.
friend, she's just doing
She's
it for...
actually not my friend anymore, and she was doing it for materialistic things.
That's a shame. I wouldn't have a friend like that.
Well, why do you think I don't?
Okay.
That's why I don't. I just couldn't take it. I didn't want to hear it anymore, and it kind of made me sick.
So you see, if she did have her oxytocin levels higher, she would bond more with
Maybe
her
she
partner
would have been
and
with.
share
She
more.
would have stayed with her husband and only her husband, and whatever. She's not my friend anymore anyway, so I'm not really. I don't have the right to say anything about it.
Is this Sarah that you're talking about?
Who?
Janice? Millie?
Oh no.
Wanda?
No.
Sherry?
You're naming people that I'm not friends with. You're specifically choosing names that you know that are not my friends.
I was just messing.
I know.
I was just making those names up.
I know you are. Thank God you didn't say anybody that you do know that I'm friends with, because that would be bad.
That's right. See, girls are different than guys. Now,
How?
well, if you hear a guy say nice things about your girl, that's fine. Right? And we're okay with that.
Right.
But women tend to be very wary of other women who compliment their men.
I actually encourage that. I think that's awesome.
No.
I want you to find my man attractive. I want you to find him sexy. I want you to. He's mine, and that's all there is to it. And yeah, ladies, I get it. It's good. It's all fine.
All righty.
And you know what? If he thinks that he could do better and he tries, we know it would just be a disappointment, and that would be the end of
The
it.
old disappointment.
So, you know what? Then I would know that it wasn't worth it anyway.
Well, there you have it.
And there you have it.
Well, an Arcadia study, Arcadia University, that is, found that more so than men, women watch out for potential mate poachers.
Poachers?
Yes, they try to steal your man, especially their girlfriends.
You know what, though? If they can steal them, then they didn't really belong to them.
That's what I say.
Exactly.
But this is how women think, because when women are from Venus, men are from Mars.
Yes, there is that.
Completely different
There
way
is that
of
planetary
thinking.
situation there.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
And what
Have you been to Mars?
I've been to other planets,
Okay.
not Mars.
Saturn?
Don't make me say it.
I want you to say it.
Pluto, really out there. Pluto isn't a planet anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I wouldn't make you say it. Don't worry.
well, the girlfriends know if your relationship has hit a little rough patch.
Yes, they do.
So
they move right in when everybody is vulnerable.
Yes. Now, if you're the guy, the best thing that you can do is thank them and move away.
Stay away.
Stay away.
Far
yes,
away.
don't pay any attention and lean in toward your girl. Put your arm around her shoulder and say, anyone else would be just a disappointment.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
All right. So, what about these damsels in heels?
We love a woman in high heels.
We do.
We act differently.
Yes, it's true.
We do.
Well,
act
men
different.
do anyway.
Yeah, especially if they're wearing them high heels to bed.
I actually love wearing high heels, though. Not necessarily to bed, but I love wearing them.
Oh, like the spiky kind or the wedgy kind?
I like both. The wedgy kind are actually very comfortable, but the spiky kind are just hot.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. They're not so comfortable, let me tell you that. You make it through the night, and then the next day, you're like Charlie horsing it. But I mean, it's very well worth it because they make our little dresses look so fabulous.
You sleep with them?
No, the next day, your legs are killing you.
Probably because you wore the heels.
That's exactly
and you got
why.
lucky.
Well, it has nothing to do with getting lucky. It's all about having a Charlie horse or two in your legs after you're wearing the heels all day or night. But you know what? Here's what I think. I think you should try wearing heels for a few hours at one of our events, and you let me know how you're feeling the next day.
Yeah.
Mr. Man over here.
Well, I'll tell you, the way that I look at it, the higher the heels, the more likely guys are to help her.
That is true.
Yeah. Researchers in France watched how guys reacted when a woman dropped something, on the sidewalk, and guys rushed over to help her.
I have to say, that is absolutely the truth.
Yeah.
It really depends on what you're wearing. First of all, when you do drop something and you're wearing just a pair of cute little flat boots, you quickly can pick it up. But when you're wearing a really pair of high heels, that kind of thing, it takes you a moment because you have to reassess for a moment. Depending on what you're wearing, you absolutely cannot quickly pick it up. So there is time for a gentleman to react. And that is the truth.
Yes, it is.
It is true.
It's true. So the heel size, really...
Heel size matters.
Yeah, size matters. There we go.
Size does matter.
Yes, it exerts a powerful effect on men's behavior.
I know. You're absolutely right. I've actually used that.
Have you really?
I have.
Well.
Yes. We all have, though.
Well, they make you taller.
You know what? I have to just tell you, the heel size will exactly make you taller, will make you thinner, will make you sexier no matter what.
It makes your gait sexier, the way you walk.
It makes your mindset sexier. It's a whole different ballgame depending on your heel size. Absolutely.
That's the media messages that are conditioned us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they associate high heels with sex.
It's the truth. It's all about the heel.
They also did the experiment with the women seated also, and it worked the same way.
Oh, yeah. When you're, absolutely, when you cross your leg, depending on what you're wearing on your foot, really does make a difference.
It does it.
It does.
Yeah,
I know you agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it was 60 Minutes that did this a few years ago. They took a beautiful woman, a model, and they had her walking down the street with a bunch of papers and dropped the papers. And she was beautiful, and she had the high heels, and she had the short dress, and men from all over ran to help her pick the stuff up. The same beautiful girl with her arms full of stuff couldn't open the door, and men ran over to open the door for her. They took that same girl,
Same girl.
same day, and put her in a fat outfit.
And no one even looked at her.
Took off her makeup, put her hair in a ponytail, went on the same street, same door, same dropping of the papers. No one came
Helped
to
her.
her rescue.
I know.
All she needed was a pair of heels.
And maybe to strip from that fat suit. You know, I mean, which is a shame that, you know, it would be like that, but that's the truth. People don't see you sometimes, you know, depending on what you look like.
You become invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
You know, but women are the exact same way.
Sometimes, yeah. It depends on the woman, though.
Oh, no. We, when I say we, I mean 60 Minutes.
Okay.
You know that guy, Robin, somebody or other from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
Yeah.
Okay, you know who I'm talking about.
Of course.
He actually did the experiment. And he took a frumpy guy and put him in an old beat up car, and they had a group of women sitting at a table right where he was going to pull up in this car that backfired and smoked and was beat
I
up.
remember, but he was actually a millionaire.
Well, wait a minute.
Ugh, did I just give the punchline?
Yes, well, you did. You did.
I always do. I have to just take it right out.
You do.
I can't help it.
So he drove up, and of course there was, a plant at the table who guided the conversation.
Right.
And everyone was recorded. They were on hidden camera. They didn't know about it. And how the guy was a bum, and he should do this, and his problems with that. And they kind of made fun of him. And then they took the same guy in the same outfit, and
put him in a really fabulous.
they put him in a Rolls Royce. And he pulled up in the Rolls Royce in front of these girls, and the complete opposite.
Isn't that amazing, though?
Yeah. So women are motivated by money.
A lot of them are, yes.
That's a shame.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Being motivated by kindness is actually the way to go. But
Being kind is better than being right.
Always. Yes. Hey, I always say that.
I know. That's why.
You just stole that from my head.
I didn't steal it. You've been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Learn and laugh with us anytime, any place. Go right to our website, AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Click away and listen today.
And if you have a topic of interest that you want us to talk about, or you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
Your smile is your logo. Your personality is your business card. How you make people feel becomes your trademark. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.